You're watching Satluj TV News. I'm Angus Scott in London. The city of Berkeley in California, like many in the state, has suffered enormously in recent years. A YouTube video highlighting the fact has already had nearly 250,000 views in just a few hours, where the filmmaker Metal Leo walks down street after street full of empty stores for lease. In the quietly shocking video, we see rows of empty buildings adorned with for lease signs plastered across windows, down streets that were once bustling areas of downtown Berkeley, full of people, commerce and vibrancy. Tens of thousands of square feet of retail space lie empty and abandoned by retailers. As it turns out, the city of Berkeley on the eastern shore of San Francisco Bay isn't the only conurbation suffering the same fate, with streets of several other cities across California suffering, of course, the same fate. Although it isn't just a Californian problem, with other cities across the US seeing similar, albeit slightly lesser, denudation of shopping. But what is the cause of this? Experts from several quarters have suggested reasons behind the loss of so much retail commerce. The immediate high-profile blame lies squarely on the steep rise in crime in these areas. Thanks to largely liberal policies of the state government, California has seen an explosion in crime, homelessness and drug misuse, now rampant in even previously relatively untouched districts. Several large retailers like Walgreens, for example, have closed stores, citing huge losses they blamed on both petty and organised retail crime, or shrink as it's known in the trade. Losses from retail shrink hit $94.5 billion in 2021, a 53% jump from 2 years earlier. However, crime isn't the only factor being cited in the city's catastrophic loss of retailing facilities. The pandemic had a significant impact on society as a whole, and one of the key paradigm shifts was the move to home or remote working. It's estimated that the number of home workers tripled between 2019 and 2021, increasing from 9 million to over 27 million workers. The loss of these workers from city centres has meant an average fall of almost $5,000 per year per worker in city centres, spending that has now shifted to the suburbs, which are now seeing a corresponding rise in retail growth. 1 million people are also estimated to have left city centres to go live elsewhere after the pandemic. And the cost of running a store in downtown has increased significantly in recent years, with rising rents and stifling regulations deterring potential store owners. The average retail rent in San Francisco currently stands around $43 per square foot, nearly double the national average, and compared to $32 per square foot in New York and $33 in nearby LA. And of course, the impact of online shopping plays a part in the overall decline of high street shops. Whatever the cause, and more likely a perfect storm of several of these factors, statistically, San Francisco has lost over 6% of its retail establishments, compared to Los Angeles 4% and New York 3%. Inhabitants of Berkeley are now finding themselves fearing the city is turning into a ghost town. But is this just an inevitable evolution of retail as we know it, or is it driven by poor political management? Time will tell. You've been watching Satluj TV News, and don't forget to click on that subscribe button to make sure you get to see stories as they're broadcast. And of course, if you have any comments or opinions on any of our news stories, you can comment below, or indeed drop us a direct message at message@satlujtv.com. We'd love to hear from you. In the meantime, thanks for watching. For Satluj TV News, I'm Angus Scott in London.